Right. Here we go. Shuffling into place and sitting on my shuffle chair. Not there's such a thing as that, is there? A shuffle chair. Maybe there is. We have a swivel chair. We have a sofa bed. Sofa. Is there such thing as a sofa chair? I bet there is, isn't there? I bet someone's got a sofa chair, and I bet they use it all the time. Not me. I've never even heard of one. I've just made it up right now, but maybe I don't really need to. Anyway, happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome to another live stream. Yes, I know it was only a day ago and I last did one. Getting a bit ahead of myself, aren't I? Suddenly, yes, I am. Yes, I've even got a new video out. A new video for channel members at the moment. Hopefully you'll like it, and a new video on the other channel, still just for channel members. I've got to give channel members something that makes them feel they're getting something for their efforts. And that's what it is, just giving you a video before everybody else gets to see it. It's kind of, it's like, hey, I'm better than you. It's not really, that's shite. Well, anyway, what should we do this evening? Or what should I do? What should I ask? What should we talk about? Has anybody got anything specific they'd like me to cover? Have they? Well, have you? You may well have. As you well know, yesterday I was gifted 5 channel memberships and a couple of little donations as well for the beer fund. On top of that, this afternoon I was informed that I had some beer to pick up because it'd been bought for me. It is just session beer, but 6 like this. The kind of beer that you can properly have a right good glug of without actually getting drunk. Often, they're my favourite. And because yesterday, because like 24 hours ago, it was still my birthday, I may as well just indulge tonight, hadn't I? Would anybody disagree? I can't hear anyone disagreeing, so I'm going to presume that means, yeah, crack on. Open it up and have a little glug. It can't really do you much harm. Golden. A golden ale. This one is the East Coast IPA. Green, I was going to say Green Wing, then it's not Green Wing, it's Green King or Greeny King. One of the breweries of the UK that's basically taken over everything to stop anyone else from really having a proper, well, fair try. Seeing we have 21 people here at the moment, that's nice to see. Apparently Sundays are good for live streaming because most people aren't out on the lash. I don't think most people are out on the lash on a Saturday night either myself these days. That's quite pleasant actually. Yeah. There we go. There's an appraisal for you. Quite pleasant. Yeah. Very agreeable. I'd like to say very agreeable. Now, I wonder how many of these 23 people watching right now are regular viewers, and are we going to get some newbies in tonight? That's always rather exciting. Newbies and people having a go of trolling. I really, really enjoy that. Please do a like on the live stream if you haven't already, because we're already 4 minutes and 27 seconds into it, and that will give you some idea of what it's going to be like. But maybe without really any further messing around, I shall just see who is with me tonight, because obviously that's quite important, isn't it? It seems like there's quite a stack of you here already. Jimmy Quinn is here. Good evening, Paul and all. And how many beers have we got there? It looks like 9 beers. Is that a suggestion or a prediction? Thank you, Jimmy. Peter P. Good evening, Captain and Co. Good evening to you. Greenwood is here doing the moderation tasks as ever. Good evening, all. Hi, Mustard. Love the cover pic of the choir, stainless steel mouths all singing. All for a scrape of the cheese. Well, yeah, it's my cheese grater. Exactly. But yeah, you go close in on it like that, it does look like something else. It makes for quite a nice picture. It's it's the kind of thing that is inspirational for thumbnails. I was thinking how much I would enjoy doing thumbnails by actually drawing them rather than just taking pictures and just blending bits together and stuff. Because, well, let's face it, everybody does that. Everybody does that because that's kind of what's expected. You can't have a thumbnail that doesn't have really anything going on these days, can you? Because we're all fighting for that bit of space, and if you don't make the effort, then the assumption is there's going to be no effort made in the video as well. But I would really like to have a go at buying paper, either the black paper for chalk. Chalk would be a medium I would enjoy. So black paper and chalk. And then I could doodle and make. I love that idea, and it sounds a bit like I've only just thought of it, but I haven't. I've actually been thinking about this one for a little while. But the other thing is, normally doing a thumbnail doesn't cost you anything, does it? Why would it? It's because it's your own pictures or someone else's that you've actually just managed to graft in there enough so that actually it's not entirely their picture, so you're allowed to use it, etc. But making your own pictures by drawing them, that seems like a really cool thing to do. And I'm going to do it quite soon. Maybe next month. Carol C is here. Hello, Mustard, and hello, everyone on the channel. Is this the Guess the Object grater? It was. It wasn't really meant to be Guess the Object. It's just, that'll do. I like that picture. Jimmy, hey, Cheesewood. I love cheese. I love cheese. Oh, yes. I've not had any cheese today, and I'm beginning to feel a bit like I need some. Quite often, if I'm doing some bacon, I'll put a bit of cheese on that. I mean, you could say, well, isn't bacon already fatty and salty enough? Yes. And would you like it to be more so? Yes. Yeah. So a bit of cheese on there does wonders for it. Oh, Trisha Alderman is here, who's a channel member. Yes. Hello, Captain, and all in chat. I ate a block of cheddar and pineapple, says the Greenwood. Literally, the pineapple was blended into the cheddar in 2 days. That is an unusual thing, isn't it? Cheese and pineapple. Gaz on Strike is here, also on a trike. Just popping by to say hi and to press that like button because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Good point, Gaz on a trike. Exactly. Thank you, Gaz on a trike. Batman Rubin, hi all. AI is scary. It really is. And now Batman Rubin has already watched my video. But did you watch it properly? Or did you just have a quick skip through it? I really enjoyed making this video, actually. I've made this, it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or the day before? No, it was Friday. It was Friday. Friday, I was out all day doing a car collection. A car collection that nobody knows anything about, except for one of my friends who I was doing it with. And so, as well as the collection video, I don't want to say caper because that's what everybody else says, and I'm just too awkward to just go along with things. I don't say caper. Collection calamity. Let's say that. Anyway, I also had this idea whilst out and about of this AI thing, another AI thing. I did one about music and arts, etc. the other week, which I quite enjoyed. But then it gave me another idea, something that sparked off by something that Elon Musk had said. So I'll say no more because I don't want to spoil it. Oh, I tell you what, we're early today. Oh, Trisha Alderman, well done. Oh, was it Otter MG who got that? God, maybe you'll have to share it. That's a new idea, isn't it? Having to share gas. Emma Lemon is here. Good evening. Good evening to you, Emma. And Andrew Buttigieg, very good evening, Mustard, and everyone. Very good evening to you. Have I been eaten by cabbage Poppy? Asks Johnny Crook. Where is Johnny Crook? Where's Johnny Crook gone? Gosh, that one really smells a bit, actually. I mean, it might have been put away. He has, right. We'll have him back out, won't we? Wonder if he'll sit on there. Yeah, sort of. He'll probably sit there. I'll put the fish food behind him. No, he's a bit blending into the into Poppy there, though, isn't he? Right, doesn't work too well, does it? Come on, I tell you what, you can be the guest of the show. So let's find him somewhere like that again. He can stand there. Then he's always in shot. I've told him about that noise. Welcome anyway, Carol C. Mustard looking a year older, remembering his hair tie. I'm not a year older, I'm a day older. And actually, yeah, I did remember it. Not because I'm doing some cooking, but because I did some cooking. What did I do? What did I do for? Oh, something anyway. Something. Oh, yeah, I made a curry. Of course I did. Hi. Oh, every birthday, everyone. Every birthday. I remember thinking it wasn't a happy birthday, but hafty. Hafty birthday. But I don't even know what hafty is. Do you think there will be any cheesy jokes? Asks Carol C. Well, I certainly hope so. That's what it's all about for me. I love having cheesy jokes. I don't care how bad they are. I would still enjoy reading them. I like the challenge of one being so bad that it can't even begin to crack a smile. So let's have a winner. That we could have a competition for the worst possible joke, and I will give it a mark out of 10 for how funny it is. Obviously, a 0 out of 10 is just absolutely flat, not in the slightest bit funny. Not because I personally don't find it funny, but because it isn't. It's just not even worthwhile saying. I challenge you on that. I do. I had a 0.0 Guinness whilst watching the rugby this afternoon, says Carol C. Well, I suppose I've had a couple of alcohol-free beers in my times, okay? And I do kind of think they're a bit pointless. And the last one I had, I remember it just didn't really work for me at all. I didn't think it tasted like a proper beer anyway. But, so I believe, they're all a lot better these days, aren't they? But, are they any cheaper? Because what's the point in paying the same price for something that doesn't even do anything, just for the convenience of being able to drive afterwards? Just have tea. Virginia Armus. Virginia Armus is here. Hello, Virginia Armus. We had some new ones here, and then I think they're all gone again. We just had a quick spurt of people popping in and then buggering off again because they didn't get the name read out straight away. And Karim. Hi, Karim. Saturday nights are often family nights too, as well as people going away to visit or the night away, etc., says the Greenwood. Always full of information, which is nice. I quite like the idea of coming up with some really odd questions, or kind of questions that you wouldn't really expect me to ask, just as a challenge, just to see who can come up with some really good information. I just got to think of a question that I want answering. Normally I've got plenty. Barry Scrotter is here. Brilliant. Barry Scrotter, full stop. Good to see you, mate. Hi, everyone. How are you all? Good. Rish Barb, I still don't know. I am your member. Wow. Nobody's ever said that to me before. Tripathi. I'm going to Rishab Tripathi. Rishab is Rishab, isn't it? Rishab Tripathi. I am your member. Wow. Thank you for being a member. I thank you for being my member. That's really good. Imagine being spoken to by your member. Fantastic. Auto MG is here. Is Boaty broken? Asks Barry Scrotter. Yeah, he is a bit. I don't know how much. I think he's got flu or something like that. One of those airborne illnesses that can properly get to you and sort of put you in bed for a while. Poor chap. It's not like him to go 2 nights without doing a live stream, is it? So I think we can all believe that he's not swinging the lead because he loves doing them. He loves doing them, and only being incredibly ill would stop him from doing it. I meant to phone him today. I asked him if he'd be available for a chat. And you know what? I'm such a good friend, I didn't even bother. I forgot all about it. Viewer numbers going down. You are losing them, Mustard, says Carol C. I know, but that's because it was new people that just pop in because of the vertical live thing. They pop along, they did the thumb scrolling thing like this, and I'm not going to appeal to everyone, am I? And it's never really going to work. I pick a few up along the way that seem to like what I'm doing, whatever it happens to be. I love the idea of creating art by hand for your cover pick, says Greenwood, and hang on to the originals. They could be used for special giveaways. That's the thinking, isn't it? That's the thinking. The other thing is, the only problem with it is that if I was to actually do a thumbnail in that way, then the difficulty is actually getting the picture just right, and then avoiding the temptation to then mess with it further. Because what you really want is the whole thing to be just done on paper, picture taken, uploaded. So it might work, it might not. It might be one of those things where I do it for a week and never ever do it again. Andrew Buttigieg saying hello. Oh, cheese and bacon, yes, cheese and bacon. Why can't a bicycle stand up on its own? Because it's too tired. They're right. Okay, Carol C. Let's look at that joke. It's one of those jokes that works best if you don't read it out, but you just say it because of the word to. Obviously, it's a different to. And because of that, I'm not sure whether that makes it a worse or better joke. No, I can't make it better. But when you write it down and it reads incorrectly, I don't know. And it's not funny. So I mean, that's one bonus. It's definitely not actually funny. I'll try it out on my little people though. I'll try it out on them tomorrow. But for the moment, I'm going to give that one a 3 out of 10. So that's going to be quite a difficult one to beat. Yeah, the cheese with pineapple was an Aldi exclusive. Was nice, but wouldn't buy again. So when you say it was nice, what you mean is it wasn't nice enough. Or cheese is better without pineapple, and pineapple is better without cheese. Or maybe they are brilliant together, but because they thought of this, they're charging a premium that you could just do it yourself. I reckon it's because cheese is actually better without pineapple. Cheese and pineapple, big in the 80s, says Batman Rubin. Never heard of it. I'm told bacon with Stilton is good, says Trisha Alderman, and I would definitely agree that sounds like it's going to be good. I'd like to try it. In fact, I'm going to be doing a bit more adventurous cooking quite soon. And things like, I want to do adventurous cooking, making things that are interesting and cheap and healthy as well. There's no point in me making things that I know isn't really good for me or anybody else. But yeah, cheese I consider as a good thing. And meat, obviously, and eggs, and then cruciferous vegetables. So a cheese, blue cheese and broccoli sauce thing would be good. Yeah. I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. Coconut. Is coconut any good? I don't really know. But I made some curry before, and I did a little experiment with some coconut milk that I've had in the cupboard for about 6 months. So I did butter, onion, coconut milk, coriander, and ginger, and a few chopped up finely chilies. It was interesting. Interesting. Steak and Stilton is a good combo, says Otter MG. Yes, indeed. Well, because obviously steak is good, right? Okay, it's just expensive. And what I've been looking for, what I prefer, well, the problem with a steak is that it's not done right if you cook it for too long. But any steak that you need to just flash in and out of the pan needs to be not fatty, because you won't break down the fat, and then you'll just be chewing away on it, and then that's not pleasant. I prefer something that you cook for much, much longer, and the fat breaks down and adds the flavour to it. So I don't really get along with steaks too well, because if you've got one that doesn't have any fat in it, so you can just flash it and then eat it, it's not really going to taste of anything. Oh, right. Oysters and Stilton. Bacon wrapped around a prune. Bacon wrapped around a prune. Well, Carol, I don't know about that one. Bacon and prune sounds interesting. I'll give it a go, says Otter MG. Okay, yeah, it does sound interesting. Well, all right, we're all agreeing that it sounds interesting. It's just that I can't just try. What about a date? A bacon date. Oh, a bacon date. Tonight is bacon date night. I'd try that first, I reckon. Grilled button mushrooms wrapped in bacon and filled with cheese. And something's sticking out of that smiley face. I'm not sure. Is it a tongue or a bit of puke? Because I think I'd go for the puke. I really don't trust mushrooms at all. I mean, you're not supposed to need to trust food, are you? Well, actually, you are. You do need to trust food. If you're going to eat it, you don't want to be very, very mistrustful of it and thinking, well, I wouldn't chuck you as far as I can puke. No, trust you as far as I can puke. That's the one. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Buttered mushrooms, yeah. The small mushrooms I do prefer. I don't like these great big ones that are kind of meaty and chewy and have hard bits everywhere. I remember having one of those at someone's barbecue once. These mushrooms with these big flared bits inside, and they're about that big. Tips upside down, cooked on tin foil with garlic on it. And I don't really see that you can fix bad food by just adding garlic. And I'm sorry, I think that mushrooms are bad food. Okay. Change my mind. Bacon belongs with brown sauce, says Barry Scrotter. True enough. True enough indeed. Now, what about brown sauce though? I mean, it's another one of those things where I'm kind of looking at it with a little bit of, do you really want any of that? You look at the ingredients, it's got the wrong kind of stuff in there. Can you make your own brown sauce? I mean, I suppose you could, couldn't you? You need, I'd imagine, vinegar, water, that's plentiful, tamarind, and probably a couple of other things, really. But then leave out the nasty oils and just use a bit of olive oil. But would it work with olive oil? Maybe not. If it doesn't, butter. Would it work with butter? Maybe not. Because you need that kind of runny oil, don't you? It's one of those things I'll come back to and have a go at some point. I betcha. I betcha. I tell you what, if I could just be left in alone, left in alone, if I could just be left alone in the kitchen for a good 3 hours every day, I would come up with all sorts of curious and interesting and tasty things to scoff down. That's my promise, provided I don't have any other things to do, like video editing. Oh, gosh. Oh, yay. Yes, one of our favourites, the resident joke teller himself, Puddycat. Puddycat is here. Everybody, Puddycat is here. Two guys are talking about sex with their girlfriends. The first guy, dude, have you ever tried doing it on the other hole? His buddy was outraged. Are you crazy? You get pregnant that way. That's a funny one. I like that. I like that. Don't. I'm gonna try and remember that one. Who might be seeing tomorrow? Oh, I might be bumping into a leg roll man tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to be bumping into Johnny Two Scoobs. So yeah, I'm gonna try and remember that joke for those two. Oh, one of them. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Puddycat. That's brilliant. Well done. Now you're talking, Peter. What about what did Peter say? Peter. I don't know. Oh, right. Yes, about the grilled button mushrooms. Oh, I've got a doggy poo bag in my pocket. Where was we up to? Have you ever had Hobgoblin Gold Ale? Asks Batman Rubin. I might have done, actually. There's lots of beers that are actually perfectly pleasant, such as this one. This is very tasty. It's very tasty. But like the pineapple and cheese, or the pineapple cheese, I wouldn't actually buy it. And that's where it's nice, because I wouldn't buy it because it's only 4%, and I kind of think it's not really enough. Well, that means that if you want to have a beer, it means you've got to have more of them, which means it costs more. So the beers like that are actually working out more expensive. So there you go, there's your logic there. But it's nice to try them out. I remember Hobgoblin back in the early noughties. Back in the early noughties, when the supermarkets suddenly upped their game when it comes to beer. Because I mean, it's been like 20 years now. They've been actually doing a much better job than they ever used to do. You know, it's no longer just if you like bitter, have some Tetley's, and if you like lager, have some Carlsberg, and if you like something a bit more interesting, go to the pub. No, they started doing all these other things. I remember Hobgoblin and Old Speckled Hen and Ruddles County as being the three beers that were worthwhile having. Even what's it called? The McEwen's was also quite good. Oh, and then there's other things like Badger's Tanglefoot. I know all about beer. I've had plenty of this stuff, and I really do enjoy it. But Old Speckled Hen in these the kind of really what's the colour? The colour of the can, the MG octagon thing as well. So the plum colour, the plum, and the kind of a beigey coloured can, and they were 5.2%. No, that's Old Speckled Hen, and then Hobgoblin was also 5.2%, and they cut those down quite a bit. Cut them down quite a bit indeed, because obviously it was either more expensive to produce them like that, or it's something to do with taxes. And I should find these things out before I start talking about them. But I remember them being nicer, much nicer than what they are now. And Ruddles County, that was 4.7%, and that was like really, really good. And then Ruddles County got bought out by Green King, and it went from 4.7 to 4.3, and it didn't taste anywhere near as good. And then suddenly, nobody's buying it, and you don't see it in the shops anymore. That's one of the downsides of being taken over But maybe the takeover was actually the point. Get rid of. And that's one of the points I'm thinking about here is the takeover from BMW took over Rover. And there are a few things that they did that not many people know about that make me convinced that actually it was all about keeping them, well, quiet, making sure they didn't do very well. I'll go into that another time, as I don't want to go into it now because actually it'd be a bit, it'd be a bit indulgent of me, to be honest. But I've got a little video planned on that one. Don't need an evil laugh for it, surely. Come on. Getting distracted again, aren't I? I quite like that, though. I do. I quite like that. Oh, well, yeah, that's the other thing. You remember Holston Pills? I've not had Holston Pills for ages, but when that first came back in the 80s, that was like 6.2%. That's proper strong. And now it's like 4.8, like everything else. And not really any good. Greetings, Ross. How do you find a cheater at night? Use a spots light. Brilliant, Carol. That's so crap. That's such a rubbish joke. Well done. Honestly. Do you know what? That's such a bad joke. I'm tempted to give that a 1 out of 10 because when something needs to be contrived to that level to make it make sense, and then it's not even worth the effort, that's brilliant. What a brilliantly terrible joke. Did you make that one up yourself, or did you get it out of a book somewhere? The book of really bad jokes that nobody's ever laughed at. I bet there's some mileage in that. I bet somebody would buy that. Dino Dad, I have an original Hobgoblin t-shirt from 30 years ago. I didn't know it was that long ago. Wow. Just polished off a Camden Hells Lager. Very refreshing. I don't know if I've tried that one, actually. But I know the ones you mean, the cans like that big. It's got the white and orange lettering on there. You might be a member. You might be a member, but are you circumcised? And smashing pistons, well done. Oh, I've had something a bit different to eat today, and that's possibly why that's happening. Oh, yeah, that was a real highlight. I can't even remember who it was that came in. First thing they said was, "You circumcised, bruv." And just the whole thought train of if that's really how you introduce yourself with a question like, "Are you circumcised?" That, come to think of it, I don't know how well the thing went immediately after that, but this is where clipping bits out of live streams can actually really work. But I tend to forget to do it. I forget to do it because I'm always on to the next thing anyway. But yeah. Something else today reminded me of that, but where everyday things just make you want to make a video out of it. There's a chap who sent me a message asking if I would swap the Rover 75 I have up for sale for a small car. So, naturally I said, "Well, what is it?" And he said, "It's a 2008 Fiesta Z-Tech." So, okay, maybe. I was thinking probably easier to sell. But then, of course, you have the danger of it's more likely to have been abused, more likely to be offered by the kind of person that I wouldn't personally want to deal with, and that's what we found out next. So I said, "Well, have you got any pictures of it then?" Because he didn't send any. And he sent me, I think, 5 pictures of it. It didn't look too bad, but the picture quality was horrendous. Oh, I mean, there's no need for really bad picture quality these days, is there? Everyone and their uncle has got a smartphone. And all you've got to do, I know it can be difficult, is just clean the lens and you can take a really nice clear picture. But I don't think he realised you could do that. So these 4 or 5 pictures were all pretty awful. But he also, and that would have been enough for me to say, well, all right, I'll tell you what, if you're close enough, I'll have a look. Because, as I said, the 75 does not sell anywhere near as quickly or as easily as something like a Fiesta. But then he went and did something and sent me a video of the car as well. And the quality of the picture of that was even worse. But it's how he went about it. There he was, video taken from inside the car, starting up with the music blaring away, and he had shorts on and gloves, which I thought was really strange. And then he was driving around the council estate with one hand and like this. And it's the need to do that. You want to show how the car actually works. So I'll tell you what, I'll just drive it around the streets one-handed with my phone. That's not a good impression. And then having the radio playing all the way, again, it means you can't even hear the car. You can't tell there's any sort of disconcerting, rattly noises going on. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, no, you're all right, mate. So he did himself out of what might have been a deal. I think they're going to bed. I best just nip up and say goodnight. Because I don't want to stop here, do I? I'm having a fun time. Hello, I'm back. Message from Allegro man. Not everybody knows I'm doing a live stream, of course, because I don't really tell everyone around it about it that much. Where was we up to then? Right there, Barry Scrotter. Just a few beers from me and nothing adventurous. Still had a good weekend. Good for you, chap. Good. Yeah, you don't need too adventurous, really, do you? Because it's just never a good idea. Yes. Gold member. Gold member, says Barry Scrotter. Are you a gold member? A gold member? It's a gold finger. Circumcision for an edit. I've had a Hobgoblin dry neck t-shirt for 7 years and doesn't fit me anymore. Dry neck. I don't know about that one. The Hobgoblin was just a beer, wasn't it? And then, just like old speckled hen, we thought, well, we're onto something here. Maybe we should do some others. Maybe we should do some others with the same name. And also, while I'm at it, let's choose another beer to have, which I shall bung in the freezer. And I'm going to just show you what I've got. I've got one of these, the Green King IPA, a beer that's been around for quite a while. Quite familiar with that one. Not had one for years. Ruddle's Best. It's such a pity it's not county. 3.4%. Bellhaven, 80 shilling. Don't think I've ever had one of those before. Old Golden Hen. That's the one I reckon I'd be going for. Or the original Old Speckled Hen. Now, which one of these should I bung into the freezer right now? The first person that comes with an answer will be the winner, and basically that's the beer I'll choose So come on. Who wants to have a go? Tell me which beer to have. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Old speckled. Right, okay. Old speckled hen. That's the strongest of them, mind. The strongest at 4.8%. Still just beyond session, but oh, right, okay. Everyone seems to agree with that. I only need a few minutes just to cool it down a bit. Don't. Clattery, clattery, clattery. Don't know what that was. It was the kind of thing I do all the time. It's the kind of thing I do whilst I'm driving. You ever wonder really why this stuff that I come out with whilst driving is so bloody stupid? It's because when you just let your imagination free, you do come up with some bollocks. Some of it's good bollocks, some of it really isn't at all. And put a bit of energy into it, then suddenly you can make a video. I enjoy doing it. Oh, that's where I was up to, wasn't it? Right, yes. Oh, hang on. No. I think the comments have got a bit stuck there or something. Oh, I went to top messages. That's why. So I may have even actually missed a few there. Which, if I have, I'm sorry about. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, right. Wow. Oh, good. Right, Smashing Pistons is here. Simon of the Smashing Pistons Brigade, and Hooked on Classics, Simone. Those was what to sort of. Now that's as far as the comments will take me, so there's maybe a few there that I might have missed. Simon says, BMW didn't want a successful Rover that had taken away part of their market share. Yes, it would have done. Yeah, it would have done. But there's something a bit more devious, I think, that they did. I mean, something really devious. Anyway, Mighty Cat Mods. Hello, everyone. I mean, hello. Nodbutt Middling. How do you find a cheetah at night? Oh, too late. Simon, you can't say hello, everyone. Here we go. Another joke. Yes. Let's hope it's terrible. From Diane Sturdy. What did Tarzan say when he saw elephants coming over the hill? Where's the rest of the joke? Maybe it wasn't a joke, but actually, asking for some information there. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it's fully grown. That's not as bad as the other one, but it is pretty bad. So I'm gonna say a 2 out of 10 for that one. So congratulations. I mean, you're definitely the winner so far for the terrible jokes. You're really going to take some beating with this, aren't you? You don't get jokes like this on Hubnut, says Peter P. That's true enough. Mind you, Hubnut doesn't really do any live streams, does he? Oh, well, he's done a couple. Probably ended with 500 people watching at once, and everyone flinging him tenors here, left, right, and centre, because that's definitely what he needs. I won't complain when it happens to me, when I've got myself 100,000 subscribers and everybody wants to contribute. No. All I'm going to ask for is that you like the live stream and become a channel member if you want to do. Oh, got it in there at last. The only jokes on Hubnut are the cars. Oh, very good, Otter. Very good. There's some tasty Rovers going on at the auctions at Manor Park, says Aid Braid. Are there? Really? Interesting. Yeah, I'm familiar with Manor Park. I've been there 3 times actually with Steve. What are Poppy and Cabbage doing? Well, they wanted to be part of the live stream, so they're just keeping the fish tank warm. I win the terrible joke competition, says Carol C. Well, yes, you do, except it's not finished with you, is it? Somebody could just suddenly pop up and come up with some even more terrible jokes than what you've managed to do so far. Otto is not doing well with his car at the moment. We're talking about Hubnut, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Ian, I've not actually watched one of your videos in ages. I'm sorry, I just don't get around to it. How is Hooked on Classics today? Barry Scrotty, yes, bless him, love him really, but he's not having any luck. Probably still a Hubnut, yes. Hubnut has lost me with his choice of cars. They all suck. I thought that was the point of Hubnut, though, that he has cars that other people would just go, I don't really want that. I mean, who in the right mind would buy one of those Inva cars? But that was the thing that made his channel successful, wasn't it? Buying one of those. You have no right to buy one of those. You don't need one of those. You don't need a car that was designed for people that were, well, as they called them at the time, invalids. They're supposed to be terrible. That's the point. I enjoyed Pingu's edit, something about Boaty in the skip blow, says Barry. Yeah, Smashing should have kept the Citroen. Simon, I'm knackered. A few things I like. Oh, the Forester. Did he have a Forester? I've just bought a 2008 Fiesta Z-Tech. Hasn't broken yet. Would it be weird if it was you, Mighty Cat Mods, that actually messaged me before because you wanted a Rover 75 touring? And you sent me some pictures and a video of you driving around a council estate with the music on. Wouldn't that be weird? Because me calling that out and saying it's exactly the kind of thing that puts me right off. However, well, I know it wasn't you. It's that time of year now for feeling depleted. A depleted uranium, Barry. Simone, seeing that Mr. Boaty hasn't been on for at least 2 nights, have you got a very naughty pound your box Boaty coming up thing? I'm sure Simone will think of something. She's good at thinking up of things like that. Was it something we said? Drink. Gone to bog. Oh, right, I see. I keep forgetting, actually, the times are on the side of the comments. I know exactly when they've been posted. That's actually quite a nice thing. Gone to sink a look. Look at that's not a puffer jacket on the fish tank. Oh, this you mean? Huh? A puffer jacket. Yeah. with my 4 bedtime, eh? Mark Passad is here. Hello, Mark Passad. But I'm going to have to read that again properly. With my 4 bedtime was always a lovely time. Love reading stories to my children. Ah, right, I see. Right, yeah. I used to do that. And then they learn to read themselves, and then they can just do it themselves, so I don't bother anymore. Man-few is no laughing matter, matron. Only men can get man-flu. This is the thing. It's supposed to be a joke, isn't it? It's just man-flu. Like, if a lady was to get this kind of flu, they'd just brush it off. But they don't get it, do they? So they don't know what it's like. I challenge any lady to have man flu and not complain about it. It's worse for men. That's the point. It's in the mirror, lol. What's in the mirror? I had a circumcision at 25. I lost approximately 1.2 inches, says Age Parade. I hope Boaty is not stuck in a skip somewhere reference to the finger edit. Nancy Pelosi. Welcome, Nancy Pelosi. I don't think I recognise you. So hopefully you're still here amongst the other people that are still here that weren't here ever before. Nancy Pelosi. That's quite an easy one to read. So good, thank you. Right, and there we go. That was that's where I asked my audience which beer I should be having next. How many people said Old Speckled Hen? That's one. Oh, Nancy Pelosi. Did you say, no, that the first one? Right, that's what you're referring to. What was the first one? What, Green King? No, can't be. Green King IPA. That can't be named after you, can it? Belhaven isn't bad for a Scottish beer. Are we saying that Scottish beers are generally less quality than what English beers are? Are we? How is Scottish? Old Speckled Hen, Old Speckled Hen, Old Speckled Hen. It's unanimous. Everybody wants to watch me drink a bottle of Old Speckled Hen. Well, do you know what? It's going to happen. And I will actually drink. I'll have that beer with you tonight on this live stream, which is now almost at the point where I would be thinking, perhaps I should knock it on the head and go and do some video editing. But guess what? I'm not going to do. I'm not going to, not yet. No. And then I've got to take the dog out because a dog refused to go out before, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, honestly, right, this is what she did. I grabbed the lead, said, come on, let's go for a walk. And she's just lying on the bed. And she looked up at me and didn't move. I said, come on, come on. She's just like, no, I'm not going. Had a waggle dance a few years ago. Enjoyed that. Waggle dance. Which one was waggle dance? I might have tried that one as well. Does IPA stand for a penis injury? Well, no, it can't do, can it really? Because that would be APA. So, why did you say that? Well, you know A and I are different letters, don't you? Come on, Simone. Named after factory MG, they're covered in paint and dust. The Old Speckled Hen. Information gladly brought to you by Simon of Smashing Pistons. Thank you. And banana beer, forgot who made it. That banana beer is still available in the shops, but it's the banana bread beer is a bit like a starter beer for somebody who doesn't really like beer, and this will get you into it a bit because it's really sweet and it tastes like bananas, but it's a bit beery as well. So you never had beer before, have a glug of this, see if you like it. Yeah, I like the banana taste, but it's got something really bitter about it. Yeah, that's the beer bit. Do you think you'll ever get to like beer? Nah, probably not. Think that was the idea behind it. Anyway, it's the banana bread beer is not really good beer. Not really. It doesn't taste like bananas anyway. It tastes like foam bananas. You know, the sweets, the sweet foam bananas. That it's more like they've just got an ordinary beer and then bought a big bag of foam bananas, dunked in there, strained it, and then said, there we go, banana beer. Have you ever tried real banana beer? I have. I made some about 20 years ago. I went down to the market, yeah, where you'd have fresh fruit and veg. But of course, any market that has fresh any market that has fresh fruit and veg tends to have fresh fruit and veg that isn't really good enough for the supermarket. Bananas being one of them, where they're desperately trying to get rid of them. All these bananas that are all like no longer yellow, but black bananas, still trying to flog them. I bought them because they make the best banana. It's not a tongue twister. the best banana bread beer. Because it's already fermenting. It's doing it all by itself. You eat those kind of banana. I'm just not getting along with the word banana tonight at all. Banana, 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 banana. Bread beer. Yeah, you get a lot more flavour out of those beer. Beer, bananas. Jesus, plops. Oh, banana beer is lush, according to Simon. It's not. It's terrible. Terrible. I've just edited a marina review and I'm quite pleased with it. Oh, good. Good to know about that one, Simon. I've not driven a marina ever, I don't think. Driven a few Allegros. Nice one, Simon. I would love to see that. And no doubt you will have the opportunity to see it because once he's finished, he'll be posting it on his channel. Everybody will be watching it. I hope you get some good views in it. Wasn't the BMW 1 Series a stolen Rover design? Well, so they say. I think it changed quite a bit. It was supposed to be what replaced the 25. Oh gosh, but I don't really think about that too much because I mean BMW can design their own cars, can't they? They've got plenty of designers. They've made some very good-looking cars. Why would they steal that? I mean, really, the 1 Series is probably the ugliest ever BMW. Well, certainly at the time. I mean, they soon made the X3, which was even worse. So I don't think it's not designed I would even wanting to steal. Maybe Rover knew about that and thought, let's design a really ugly car for BMW to steal. Nice. That joke felt like a dull object, says Arvos. Well, come along and bring some more jokes with you. That's what I'm going to say. I drove Peggy. It was so much fun. Peggy, right, driving Peggy. I was waiting for someone to answer. Tarzan said, I can see elephants coming over the hill. I forgot all about that joke, actually. I can't remember what the start of it was. From the jacket hanging in the background, are we to assume that Joseph and Paul are having an affair? Lol. You're not really laughing at you, Simon, are you? Come on. You know that's my jacket. You know that I bought myself a tweed jacket from Vinted, really cheap. Should have been a really expensive one, but because, it's second-hand, it's not expensive at all. Because I like it. I've got to an age where a tweed jacket is exactly what I need. What's red and white? Pink. Right. Do you know what, Simone? That you can't beat that as an absolutely atrocious joke. That's goes beyond not being funny to actually being funny again because it's not even a joke. It's just pointing something out as if it was a joke. That is actually a 0 out of 10 joke. Congratulations, Simone. That's well worthwhile remembering just to see what people react. Like, I've got a joke for you. Oh, have you? Right, yeah. Especially if you tell it to someone that you're used to telling jokes to and they appreciate jokes. What's red and white? Don't know. Pink. That was going to be really funny. Oh, I've got to try and remember that puddy cat joke as well. I must remember that puddy cat joke. What did Tarzan say when he saw elephants coming over the hill wearing sunglasses? Again, put the punchline in the thing there, just in case it gets forgotten about. Wish they would stop salting. Wish they would stop salting the roads. My 190E wings are rusty, says Aid Braid. Back here for 5. Hope everyone is well and being good. Mr. Lloyd is waiting for mustard in the bath. He's not. I hope he's not. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's getting quite nippy tonight. I could do cooking something just to get myself warmed up again. Aid Braid, poor 190. Salt is a disaster. You would have thought they'd come up with something else. Why? Why would anybody care about that? You know, it's an old car. Old cars don't deserve to be on the road. Oh, you should get something new and environmentally friendly. All that kind of thing. If it's rusting away, it's because it's too old for the roads. Oh, you're not being responsible by keeping an old car on the roads. And, of course, the majority of people believe exactly that and complain if the roads are salted like a freshly bought bag of chips. Because the slightest bit of cold and they don't know what to do with it, so they want to carry on driving in the same way that they would do at any other occasion, which is right up your arse and way over the speed limit everywhere and relying on the brakes quite heavily. And if you've got any amount of ice on the road, you can't do it. So that's why we have so much emphasis on the roads being salted, because people like to want to drive, because people drive like twats, basically. That's it. Worthwhile pointing out, you wouldn't need salt on the roads if you drove properly. At least you look at the comments. That JM just rattles on. Well, okay. JM did a live stream. Did he do one recently? He's got 400,000 subscribers. How's he possibly going to have chance to read many comments out? He's going to have like 1,000 people watching, isn't he? I would have thought, at least. It's not a proper fish tank. It doesn't have tracks of a turret. Salt saves bumpers. No, it doesn't. It wrecks suspension turrets. The Invacar is the best thing on there, which speaks volumes about the rest of the fleet. Nice one, Simon. I should sell Hubnut my car, says Barry Scrotter. He wouldn't buy it because it works. Yep, in Japan, no salt. Well, yeah, there we go. Something new I heard the other day, actually, that the Japanese import thing relies on Brits buying Japanese cars because they don't salt the roads, so therefore the cars don't rot away. But it's not the case, not entirely, because one of the northern islands they do, because the weather's pretty bad up there, and you don't know whether the car that you're buying as a Japanese import has come from there, and so therefore could be rotten. The Invacar and the Leyland National. That's how I found hubby. Feeling bloated after a good meal out. Catching up now. Betty rules. Otter took me for a second. Fish tank and snack bar for Kitty, says Arvos. Mark Passard. Not wrong with Hubnut. I enjoy a range of car vehicle channels, and Hubnut channels and Hubnut and his channel are, I think, not dissimilar. There's a 5-minute delay, says Arvos. There's not a 5-minute delay exactly. Now, here's the thing. If you want to watch a live stream where you are involved in it, then the only way to be involved is for your host to actually read out the comments. And just doing more than just reading the comments out, whatever springs to mind whilst that happens, there's always going to be, a bit of a delay between you writing a comment and it being read out. It's the best way. It's the best way. You wouldn't like it if all I did was just read the comments out. You'd get bored of me reading other people's comments out. I went to a hotel reception and was asked if I had a reservation. I said yes. The price. I like that one. That one's not. That one's actually funny. That's the trouble. Oh dear, what's happened here? Smashing Pistons has given me 99 pence. Wow, thank you, 99 pence Smashing Pistons. 99 pence that I shall collect at some point. Oh, look at that. Mark Passad's gone and done something very generous, hasn't he? Well, thank you very much. Mark Passad has given 5 memberships away for this wholesome channel. Well, thank you very much, Mark. Let's see who's got them. And then I'll go back up to where we was up to. Peter P. That's quite good. Peter P. Peter P is a very, very regular person on here. So thank you very, very much for being one of the people that's accepted the gift of channel membership. General Cheeseburger, again, a regular viewer of my live streams and channel. Stephen Knight. I'm not familiar with Stephen Knight. Ali Mac Mechanical's been a friend of mine for years. So that's really good. And Folky7, also now a channel member. Brilliant. You 5 people can go and watch my new video. What a generous thing. Thank you very much. Where was I up to? Where was I up to? Wow. I've so many comments of just easy to just miss. Best banana bread is lemonade. Banana curry chutney is yum. Legendary Nokia banana phone. The elephant Tarzan saw drank all your banana beer. Fermenting beasts. You need to venture out to one of our meets where we swap cars, says Smashing Pistons. Ah, right. Well, yeah, I mean, I do need to. And I need to organise my own little get-together as well, which I've been meaning to do. But, oh, God, I've disappeared again. I'd like to come along to your next meetup, actually, Simon. That's the only trouble. I sort of seem to have got completely lost there now as to where I was up to. Let's just take it from there because it could take ages. This. When is the next car meet? Suddenly, I've become very interested in cars, says Emma Lemon. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Bought a Sooty and Sweep puppet cheap. The fella wanted off his hands. That one actually made me laugh, and it wasn't supposed to do. So, unfortunately, you get an 8 out of 10 for that one. Tarzan, he didn't recognise them because they were wearing sunglasses. There's another bit of a joke from another bit of a joke there that obviously I'm a bit stuck. No, it's stolen, but it made me laugh. Very good, guys. Where do pirates get their hooks? Second-hand stores. That's not as bad as your first one. That's got to be a 3 out of 10 for that one, actually. Andrew Buttigieg's got a joke. A blind man walks into a shop and starts swinging his guide dog around in the air. The shop assistant asks, "Can I help you?" And the blind man answers, "No, it's okay. I'm just looking around." All right, okay. Really, really terrible jokes and really good ones as well. I wish I could remember jokes. That's brilliant. Thank you. Hooked on Classics doesn't watch JM. I found a wooden shoe in my toilet today. It was clogged. I think a 3 out of 10 for that one, Diane. Puttycat says, what do you call a Scottish dude giving giving a nude a rim job. Gaelic. A Gaelic. Gaz says, I saw my brother walking down the road with a huge book under his arm. Said, what's that you got? He said, it's a long story. Again, yeah, that's probably a 3 out of 10. JM and the subscriber accident, says Barry Scrotter. I don't agree with that. I think JM's been, he's got his subscribers by doing very good videos myself. Have a good night, folks. Take it easy. Simon is off. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight, Simon. And thank you for going and then leaving some money behind. It's a bit like you got off the couch and a pound coin fell out of your pocket and you'd already left before I discovered it. A panic-stricken man explained to the doctor, you have to help me. I think I'm shrinking. Now settle down, the doctor calmly told him. You just have to learn to be a little patient. That's too good, that one. That's too good, that one. That's a 4 out of 10. Aid Braid says, you deserve 400,000 subs coming soon. Well, I'd like that. I really would do. Sadly, the Scottish dude giving another dude rim job doesn't work as Gaelic. Almost Gaelic. It's one of the Gaelic things I know, Putty Cat. Oh. Night. Bye, Simon. Hello, new members. That's what we have here. Now, of course, it's time for me to get my beer out of the freezer. I really don't want to leave it in too long. I think I might have already left it in a bit too long, actually. Oh, I thought it had frozen already. I mean, that would have been practically impossible in that time, but I don't want it to be frozen at all. I just want it to have cooled down. But I kind of overestimated the amount of time it would take to finish the other one off, I think. There you go. It's too cold. I've got it too cold now. Balls. You lose some of the flavour when you have it too cold. And the wonderful people and memberships have gone too. Yes, indeed. I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. 2 out of 10 Diane. I'm sorry I missed your live, says Jimmy Quid. I am stuck down in mother-in-law flats. See you all later. I'm stuck down mother-in-law flats. See you later. Okay, I'm slightly confused by that one. You're very welcome, says Mark Passad, and again, another thank you from me, I think, is deserved. Good on you. Yeah, thank you. Who can drink 5 litres of petrol and still be fine? Mary Canwawa. Jerry Can, not Mary, that's... Barry, you got it wrong. Who can drink 5 litres of petrol and still be fine? Jerry can. I asked my wife, says Andrew Sturdy, Diane Sturdy, if I was the only one she'd ever slept with, and she said, yes. Oh. The others were 7s and 8s. I had a pair of rabbits tattooed on my bald head, says Otter MG. I was told from a distance they looked like a couple of hairs. Right. That's a good one, because that is crap. So they give 2 out of 10 for that one. Puts you in the running. Oh, Captain Mushroom. I taste great, says Captain Mushroom. Thank you, Captain Mushroom. Welcome to this live stream. My nan wants to move to a place with less stairs, says Dino Dad. I just stopped doing the gardening. I just said stop doing the gardening topless. Stairs. Getting the words mixed up like that. Hooked on Classics has gone, bollocks of it. Ta-ta for now. Right. Just to clarify, says Barry Scrotter. I'm good. I did a subscriber car review the other week, and it went wrong. And he posted talking about it. Well, okay, right. Hang on. The sub wrote his own car off by doing a drive-by shot. Not just his fault. He posted it all very shook up. Right. Yes. I do know about that, actually. I do know about that. I just didn't realise that's what you were talking about. And Beater, no, it's not Beater. Definitely not Beater. No, I wouldn't be daft enough to leave it in there that long. It'd take about an hour, if not longer. Ooh. Greenwood says, Mustard JM was filming a subscriber's car when the sub and the car had a terrible accident, leaving the driver in a hospital with awful injuries and a slow recovery. JM posted a video about it. Yeah. I know, I did watch that. And I actually sent JM a message as well, wishing him well, because I am a friend of his, but I didn't really want to particularly disturb him, because I thought he might be kind of getting an awful lot of messages at the time, but I didn't feel right not saying something to him. 2 nuns in a castle in Transylvania. Dracula appears at the window. Very frightened nun 1 shows a very frightened nun 1. One nun says, "Show me a cross." The other, F off. Well, that's not a crap joke. That's quite a funny one. Thank you, Diane. And Dino Dad's got one as well. I went to the doctors and said, I feel like an indecisive battery. He said, don't be so negative. I said, I am. He said, are you sure? I said, I am positive. I like that one too. Typing with my thumb, says Barry. Don't worry about it, mate. Beard, no. I don't, that's nonsense, that is, not beard winegasm. I'm looking forward to another trip out somewhere with Boaty, because it's just we have the best time just being horrible to each other, and that's really it. That's how our friendship works, by just trying to outdo each other by being horrible. I don't have that kind of thing with anybody else, and so I don't mind saying that his winegasm thing is a stupid idea, and it's not real. Don't forget to like the stream, says the Greenwood. Thank you very much for reminding people to like the stream. Thank you. Please do. Please do. I asked the fellow at work if I could use his dictaphone, says Gaz and Trike. He said, no, use your own fingers like everyone else. Diane says, today I'm attaching a light to the ceiling, but I'm afraid I'll probably screw it up. I'm reading a horror story in Braille, says Diane. Something bad is going to happen. I can just feel it. See, that's... keep them coming, why not? That's just not a terrible joke, that's quite funny. Dino Dad's joke. My uncle died after drinking a tin of varnish. He had a terrible death, but a wonderful finish. I took a shine to him. Yeah. I used to play the piano by ear, but now I use two hands. I do like the mustard and boaty banter, says Barry. Thank you very much. I like it too. I like it too. There's bound to be some more. Winegasm Gate. We don't need to add gates to things, do we, really? AutoMG has got another joke here. The doctor gave me some constipation medicine. It said on the label, warning, this may darken your stools. So I went around the house with all the furniture. What happens when frogs park illegally? They get towed. Oh. Ooh. The worst kind of joke when it doesn't even make any sense. Thank you. Proper screeched, Otter MG. I phoned at the Chinese restaurant and asked for a takeaway. He said two from six, leave four. Oh, been a while since I made a lady screech. Give him on a plane ticket and he flies for the day. Push him out of the plane at 3,000 feet and he'll fly for the rest of his life. Brilliant. Brilliant. I like that one. Here we go. That was a Diane Sturdy joke, by the way. Now, prepare yourselves for some more puddy cat. Remember back in the day when your TV wouldn't work, you'd bang it a few times. Tried that with my dishwasher, but unfortunately she ended up pregnant. The guy who stole my diary just died. My thoughts are with his family. What do you call bears with no ears? B. Yeah, I like that one. I mean, I like them all for different reasons. Is it time for me to go yet, do you reckon? Because everyone's upstairs and it's gone really quiet in the house, and a part of me feels a bit uncomfortable and like I should just shut up now and stop giggling at these jokes and reading things out. However, the little people, they've said to me many occasions they like it when I do a live stream, and so they fall asleep with me doing it, and so maybe it doesn't actually disturb them at all. But I think we've come to an end anyway. We're going to come to an end now in just a couple of minutes. So I've caught up with all the comments. I've read enough jokes to keep me going for a while. Oh gosh, well done, P-ness. Wow, that really did take some brain power, didn't it? Be gentle to your dentist because he has fillings too. Because he had fillings too. Yeah, I'm waiting to use the bog. No, don't go. There's no listing for Boaty yet. Oh gosh. Yeah, but I have other things to do. It's not like the only thing I do is live streaming. I have to do other things like video editing. Boaty doesn't have to worry about that. Your dentist is an anchor, says P. Ness. How do you know? What is an anchor? Actually, a anchor is your dentist is a anchor. Interesting. Interesting observation that could well and truly be correct, but it's a bit unlikely. Oh, snap, snap, Emma. What do you call an Indian in a choir? Sing. Good. Well done. Well done. Stratospherian is here. Hello. I flung some binoculars at a drowning boy. He needed supervision. Oh, right. Oh, I've had a lovely time tonight. Thank you for the laugh, says Otter MG. Oh, where's all this lot coming from now? Otter MG. That was that. Here's Johnny. Your country deporting anyone yet? And why not? I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. In fact, well, no, they're not. Of course, they're not. Why would they be doing that? What's your view on Keir Starmer? It rather depends on where he's stood. If he's down there, then I'll look down on him. If I'm sat on the floor and he's stood there trying to take a piss on my forehead, then I'd be like this. That'd be my view of him. I don't want that one. That's my least favourite view of him. Oh, mustard, they're all arriving now. You have to stay. Well, they haven't. Look, there's only 24 people here. There might have just been, a few new people just suddenly turned up and then they buggered off again. That's how they do it. That's how it works. They don't stay. Strato. Yes, Emma, do another one. I meant from the loo. Oh, gosh. Yes, but I'll do another at some point. You don't get synchronized bogs doing on Hug Nut. My wife told to stop speaking in numbers, but I didn't like 1, 2. But I didn't want to. Oh, I hate that. Oh, yeah. Arvus. I don't like that joke. That gets a 1 out of 10. A live poo in the loo with horsey doodles. Don't make her do that, please. Crap snap, Peter. Starmer is going to lock you away for hurty words. He won't, because he's got a sense of humour. And also, he hasn't got he may be the Prime Minister, but he doesn't have his finger on the pulse that much. They can just go, put that man in a special bog where he can stay for another 3 days with no food. He's just not interested. He's got bigger things to do, hasn't he? Right. Puddycat says, I hate it when people come not and bang on your door, spouting nonsense like, you need to be safe or you'll burn. Stupid fireman. Another play on words there, of course. Dad, can you explain to me what a solar eclipse is? No, son. Excellently bad joke there, thank you. You can have 2 out of 10 for that one. Dixie Normus. Dixie Normus. Dixie Normus. Brilliant, thank you. Dixie Normus, that's easily an 8 out of 10 of a name. Thank you, welcome for that. What do you think of my joke? What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? I don't know, I don't understand it. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? What, puked? She puked? I don't know. Am I missing something? Is it me that's stupid, or does that make no sense at all? I'm still here with aching ribs, laughing too much. Right, there we go. There's the W anchor. W anchor. Starmer is a W anchor, according to Batman Rubin. I'm not going to tell you I like him because I think he's doing some terrible things. But we don't talk about politics on this particular show. At least I don't. Ooh. Dixie, I know that joke, but it doesn't work very well in text form, unfortunately. Right. What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball? Yeah, so I still don't understand it. Anyway, there we go. Never mind. Oh, putty cat. Another putty cat joke. We can't leave without a putty cat joke, can we? My wife asked me, do I look fat in those jeans? I said, promise not to be mad whatever I say. And she replied, yes, of course. I banged your sister. Brilliant, putty cat. Thank you. Dick's enormous. Dick's enormous. Another joke. Paul Walker had dandruff, and they found his head and shoulders on the dashboard. I don't think it was that. Well, I don't know how bad his accident was. I'm not sure which is the best joke tonight, whether it was that one or the. What was that? Oh, there was another one earlier on that I really liked. I need to screenshot these jokes, don't I, as we go along. Screenshot the jokes, and then I can remember them to tell them to people like Allegro Man. A parrot with a nervous twitch. Oh, politics again. I gave my handyman a to-do list, and he only got. Oh, right. I saw this one yesterday. I gave my handyman a to-do list. He only did 2 jobs, 1, 3, and 5. Turns out he only does odd jobs. Oh, oops, I just did a burp. A burpy, derpy, hoppy, hob. Right then, okay, I think I'm going to do some buggering off right now. It's been rather fabulous, and I've enjoyed everyone's company tonight. Oh, hang on, I've got another joke. Best read this one first, haven't I? But I'll just say now, it's been rather fabulous, and I've enjoyed everyone's company tonight, and I've certainly enjoyed the generosity of Mark Passard and gifting 5 memberships. What a lovely chap. Another joke. Why did the chicken shop owner cross the road? Because he had a train to catch. Is that a joke? Thank you, Mustard. Great fun stream. Good night all. See you somewhere on the internet tomorrow. Batman Rubin. Why did Jesus cross the road? Because he was nailed to a chicken. Cheers, Mustard, and all. Good night. Good night, Peter P. Good night, everyone else who's here still right now. Thank you to the Greenwood for the moderation. I've seen you've actually had to do some work with us tonight, and that's always appreciated. So there we go. It's finally time to go. Bye. Bye. Oh, hang on. Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Because they didn't have any chickens back then.